You're not going to get this kind of psychology breakdown from anyone else on TV unless you pay for it. This information will be helpful for you long term, because if you ever have a seminar match where they tell you pretty much just get in the ring, or they say you have 1 to 2 minutes to put together a match, today on Wanna Be a Pro Wrestler, me too, we're going to be doing a challenge for ourselves. We're going to see how quickly we can put together a pro wrestling match. But we need to know these 5 things. We need to know our role in the promotion. We need to know how long we're going to go, so the time. We need to know the finish. We need to know what spot on the card we are, and least importantly, we need to know our opponent. For me, the reason the role is going to be so important is it determines how I'm going to react towards the crowds and which reactions I'm looking for. We all know that heels have more fun and babyfaces have to move forwards, so for today's experiment, we're going to be a heel. Time is very important because it determines how much we can actually include. Are we going to have multiple cutoffs? Are we going to have to cut the shine? And do we need any falsies at all? If we're going to be doing a 5 to 7 minute match, we don't really need to have any falsies, and we might even be able to skip the shine. In my head, the finish is the most important thing of a match because it's what's remembered. But when we're putting together the match, I feel like for me in this situation, when we're determining how to put together a match so quickly, it's going to be the third most important thing. And for our situation today, we're going to have the babyface win. A spot on the card is really tricky, and I have another video in the works for this, but we're not going to be the opening match, and we're not going to be the closing match. So I picked one in the middle, so there's 4 matches in the first half of the show, and we will be the third match. For the opponent, I want to break this down into 3 categories. The first one is that they are the same level as I am. So they've had about the same amount of matches, they've had a couple of years under their belt. The second is that they are more experienced, and in this case, we just kind of get to take the night off and have to just carry our weight. For our situation, we're going to use an opponent that's lesser. We're going to call them green. They have not as much experience, they kind of need to be told where to go, and as a result of us being the heel, they will be the babyface, so all they have to do is sell their ass off. This information is actually very useful because if you're going to a seminar and they tell you have 2 minutes to put a match together, you kind of have to determine very quickly how to do this. And there has to be as little friction as possible. Here's what we need to know. I'm the heel. 5 to 7 minute match with entrances. Always assume it's with entrances when they give you your time. Babyface is going over. We're the third match on the card, but there is another match after us. And our opponent is Greenie. Let's do it. Ready, set, go. Okay, I'm the heel, so we're going to do the yay, boo. I'm going to come get you. I'm going to bash you in the corner for a second. I'm going to go boo me, shoot reverse. I want you to up and over, arm drag, hip toss, body slam. And if you have something cool to hit me with, go ahead and hit me with that. Boom. Hopefully it's like a senton, whatever. 1, 2, kick out. I'm going to go roll to the apron. You're going to come get me. I'm going to jaw jack you down. You're going to sell, heat. And I don't think we're going to really have time for a hope spot, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to beat you down, and if I tell you to fire up, we're going to fire up. So at some point, I'm going to put you in the corner, I'm going to charge you, I want you to put up an elbow, and then I want you to sell to the rope or to the next corner, and I'm going to charge you again, put up a boot, and then I'm going to feed around, and I want you to clothesline, and then you have a move, put that right there, boom, 1, 2, 3. I think that's all we're going to need to do. How fast was that? That's like 30 seconds fast. That's all you really need to be able to do. It's kind of like a Mad Lib, essentially. All you have to do is put in your noun, put in your adjective, put in your exclamation mark here. All you have to do is copy and paste your moveset into each individual match. It'll be much easier to determine how to do this once you start to develop an actual moveset and a character, and you can figure out what goes where, and you can take it and you can move it. So like once you have a 5 moves of doom like John Cena does, then you can start to incorporate that, and then once everyone starts to establish that with your character, then you can change it. Something I'm going to do this time that I didn't do last time is, since YouTube's format is so concise and they want short, simple content, I'm going to actually include what I skipped and what I left out in like a Dropbox file down below. So it's going to be my notes from this, and there's going to be a lot more psychology in-depth breakdown for you guys. And that was how quickly I can put together a pro wrestling match. It doesn't take too much time, and once you start to get the psychology of it, then it starts to make even more and more sense as time goes on. If you guys are looking for something more in the psychology department in pro wrestling, find another one of my videos and tell me how you feel. Thank you guys.